October 18th, 2022, the 48th day of school.
We are glad that you are here today and hope that you have left your average at home or on the bus and are ready to have a respectful and responsible day.
Ready means being in the right place at the right time with the right stuff.
Respectful means treating others the way you want to be treated.
And responsible means doing your job with a smile on your face and giving perfect effort.
Speaking of responsibility, our first responsibility is to be ready to show respect for the rights that we have in this country and at the school.
We do this by daily saying the Pledge of Allegiance, the school pledge, and doing a moment of silence.
To show respect, when we say the pledge, we stop what we are doing, stand up, put our hand over our heart like this, and say the pledge loudly, clearly, and with pride.
Would you please stand for the pledge and remain standing for the Kennedy School Pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for the Kennedy School Pledge.
I pledge myself as a Kennedy Dragon to be ready for the day ahead of me. I will be respectful of myself, my teachers, and all others I meet throughout the day. I promise to be responsible for myself, my actions, and my learning. I'll work my hardest to be the best dragon I can be.
Please reflect silently on your day, your activities, and what you hope to accomplish.
My name is Skylar.
And I'm Louise.
Another responsibility we have is trying to keep each other safe by slowing down the spread of germs.
We do this frequently by washing our hands. When we wash our hands, we want to use soap and water or alcohol-based hand sanitizer.
When we wash our hands, we want to get all parts of our hands. The palms of our hands, the backs of our hands, in between our fingers, our fingertips, plus our wrist and our thumbs.
When we wash our hands, we want to do it for at least 20 seconds. So let's wash our hands.
Happy birthday to Destiny Holland, who is 9, Lorelai Casey, who is 8, Diana Bustos Chavez, who is 7, Ryan Cambaliza, who is 9, and Mackenzie Marcetti, who is 6.
Please make sure that you come to the media center to get your birthday ribbon. Our next responsibility each morning is to make our lunch choice.
For lunch today, we are supposed to be having cheese-filled pizza sticks with marinara, Tex-Mex, black beans, sweet yellow corn, and tropical fruit.
If you don't want cheese, stuffed pizza sticks, and marinara, you can always get PB&J or yogurt and mustard. Here to tell us about the weather is Giovanni.
Hi, I am Giovanni, and I will be bringing you today's weather report. Today's weather is going to be a very sunny but also cold, with a high of only 56 and the low could be as low as 36. I hope that you brought your jacket, and if you didn't, make sure you bring back inside after taking off for recess.
Hello, my name is Rogelio, and here's today's interesting fact of the day.
Fact of the day!
Did you know that the Mona Lisa didn't have painted eyebrows? And that was today's interesting fact of the day.
Fact of the day!
In the month of October, we are focusing on the character attribute of responsible.
We always say responsible is doing your job with a smile on your face and giving perfect effort.
But it also means taking action and understanding the impact of your choices.
As we focus this month on responsibility, we are going to share with you some examples of people being responsible by
Following directions, focusing, engagement, flexible thinking, organization, and goals.
Here to share some examples of the KS community being responsible is Mr. Butcher.
Thank you, Jalen and Bridget. Yes, we are talking about responsibility this month. And responsibility, we've always said, is doing your job with a smile on your face and giving perfect effort. But it's also taking action or not taking action and understanding the implications of what you choose to do or choose not to do. It's super cold today. If you chose or you forgot to bring a jacket, the implications of that is You're gonna be cold. That's why I actually got an extra sweater on today, because I chose to wear it because I don't want to be cold. If you choose not to do your homework, then you are going to have implications to that. Maybe it's a lower grade, or maybe it's you don't learn what you were supposed to. If someone brings me a pizza and I choose to eat every piece of it, the implications of that is I may be full, I may even get sick. So those are things. Everything that we do has implications. Good, bad, really, really good, or really, really bad. But you have to take responsibility for the actions or the non-actions that you choose. That's what responsibility is. And that could be by being organized, it could be by setting goals. Those are the things that you can do. That's what responsibility is. Taking an action or not taking an action, and understanding and accepting the implications of your action or non-action.
Students, also don't forget the October family challenges that were sent home.
If you send in pictures of your family doing one of the 3 challenges this month, or post it on our Facebook page with the hashtag KES Character Strong Responsible,
You will earn 30 dragon points and be entered into a drawing for a family prize. It is now time for a morning message.
please make sure you are being a respectful listener to Naomi and Ben as they bring us the morning message.
Good morning, Kenny Elementary. This is Benjamin and Naomi with a few words of wisdom.
As citizens of the United States of America, we can choose where we live and how we make a living. We can choose where we worship. We can get a public education. Sometimes we don't stop to be grateful for these rights of freedom.
Author Pearl S. Buck says, duty is the other side of rights.
Duty is what a person ought to do. Miss Buck is saying that we have a duty to our country and each other to help keep our freedom. How? Being honest, responsible citizens who can work at making our schools, communities, and country the best it can be.
Ask yourself, what are my duties as an American? Then look for ways to be an active citizen. With something to think about, this is Benjamin and Naomi. Make it a great day or not. The choice is yours.
That's all the announcements we have for you today.
Please help Mr. Butcher, Mr. Newport, and your teachers keep us safe, which is their job.
By being a ready, respectful, and responsible student who's focused on graduating in the year,
Because when you are a ready, respectful, and responsible student who is focused on graduating, you are
boldly committed to student success. I am Bridget.
And I'm Jalen.
Have an awesome day.
All right, it's time for our read aloud of the day. Our read aloud today is But It's Not My Fault. The author is Julia Cook. The illustrator is Anita Dufala. The author is the person who wrote the book. The illustrator is the person who drew the pictures. We do book read alouds for 3 reasons. 1, so that I can try to model for you what good readers do. Good readers read fluently. Fluency is one part of good readers. Fluent means that we read the words correctly at a good pace, not too fast, not too slow, and with expression that matches the meaning of the text. That's one reason. The second reason is so that you guys can practice what good readers do as they read. Reading's not just reading the words fluently, it is understanding what you're reading. That's called comprehension. And what good readers do to help them understand is they listen for the characters, who are what the story's about, the setting, where and when it's taking place, and the sequence of events, what happens first, next, and last. They also ask themselves questions. What just happened? Why did it just happen? What do I think is going to happen next? And then the third reason is to support our Character Strong program. This month we're focusing on responsibility. Responsibility is taking action and understanding the consequences of those actions. So let's look for that as we're reading our book. But It's Not My Fault. Author is Julia Cook. So there's our cover. Here's our title page. On the title page it always says where it's published. This one is published in Nebraska by Boys Town. My name is Norman David Edwards, but everyone calls me Noodle. Sometimes things happen to me that get me in trouble, but it's not my fault. Expression. Things just aren't the way they should be. I feel like everybody's always picking on me. I always get blamed, and it's not my fault. Seems like I'm the only one that ever gets in trouble. He did it again. Quit it. Teacher, Noodle did it. Yesterday, I didn't get my math homework done, so this morning my teacher made me stay in from recess and do it. Rats. But it wasn't my fault. Last night I had to go to my big brother's basketball game, and it Went into overtime, and by the time I finally got home, it was too late to do my homework, so my mom made me go to bed. After recess, we all headed to the library to work on our science reports. Since my teacher wouldn't let me go to recess, I had lots of extra energy. I kind of felt twitchy. On the way down the hall, I jumped high and tried to touch the light. On my way down, Mary Gold got in my airspace and her head hit my arm. Ouch! Teacher Noodle hit me. But it's not my fault. You didn't let me go out to recess, and my legs just needed to jump, and it wasn't my fault. My arm did it, and it was just a little bump. I got sent to the end of the line. Rats. This kind of sounds familiar. Then, when I got to the library, I couldn't work on my report on the duck-billed platypus because the media specialist wouldn't let me check out the book that I needed. Noodle, you can't check out a new book until you've returned your overdue book. But it's not my fault. I looked in my book bag this morning, and as soon as I got to school, my mom didn't remind me to put it in there. So please, can you bend the rules? Nope. Rats. This all sounds so familiar. In PE, Ross Gray tripped me on purpose, and then he laughed at me when I fell down, so I pushed him over. Teacher, Noodle pushed me. But it's not my fault. Ross Gray tripped me on purpose, and that made me really feel bad. And then he laughed at me when I fell, which made me really mad. Noodle did it. He did it again. My hands, they were so mad that they pushed him, even though my brain told me not to. Things just aren't the way they should be. I feel like everybody's always picking on me. I always get blamed, and it's not my fault. Seems like I'm the only one that ever gets caught. Noodle, please stop talking. But it's not my fault. Georgie, talk to me first. Noodle, please stop lollygagging. But it's not my fault. I was born this way. Besides, the pencil sharpener needed to be empty. Noodle, you just interrupted again. But it's not my fault. My mouth is addicted to talking. Noodle, we don't stick our tongues out at other kids. But it's not my fault. TJ did it to me first, and then he stared at me, so I had to do it back to him. Besides, it